Hello, so we're going to do another seated variation class. Today we're going to use a resistance band. So if you've got one of these, this would be great. Just have it down by the side to start with. So come to the end of your chair, feet flat on the floor. Just take a couple of breaths in and out. Just releasing off any tension, if you can feel any gripping anywhere. So yeah, just have a little wriggle out of anything. And then to start with, you're just gonna hold one leg. So wherever that feels good to do, could be behind the back of the leg or around the shin. And just, you know, you can go wherever's comfortable really, and move that leg around in the hip socket. So I'm just waking up the joint by moving it around however feels okay to do so. You might want to hug it in, open it wide to the side, and then place that down. Just notice what that feels like, and we'll go on the other side. So again, the other hip might be different, so just notice where feels comfortable to hold that leg and do what feels good for you. So you're just gonna find a comfortable place to move the leg in that ball and socket joint. So really thinking about deep into the hip and whatever that looks like for you. Circling, hugging in, or opening wide to the side. And then placing down. We're going to do the C curve seated. So you can start by coming right to the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor. Place your hands gently on the top of your thighs and take a big breath in. Feeling your sitting bones connected into the chair. You're going to roll off the sitting bones. You're going to roll the pelvis. Feel like you're making a C curve in the body. And then you bring and stack the spine back up. Use your out breath. Take a curve of the spine. I'm holding on to, like cupping my knees here for a bit of support, a bit of two-way tension. I'll turn around to the side. Big breath in. Just shimmy along. So as I'm curving, my arms go longer and I'm engaging my tummy. We'll take a few more. So curving back, feel the back ribs reach back as your arms reach forward. And we'll keep going. So we're curving and rolling the pelvis, quietening in the tummy. From here, we're going to take one more. Curve back. Take one hand off. Take the other hand off, hold, hold, hold. Put a hand down, put the other hand down and roll back up. And we go again. So curving back, take a hand off. Now make sure you're not resting on the back of your chair because that's cheating. So you want to feel the back of the ribs reach to the back of the chair, but not actually resting there. Two more. Hand off. So you're doing one hand up, one hand down, and then you're going to bring yourself back up. And we're going to go again. Curve the spine. You're making that C shape with the spine. Tummy tucked in. Hand, 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 and then roll yourself up. And then just give everything a little moment to release off wherever feels good to do so. Next, you're going to find your band. So you're going to put the ball of the foot into the band and then wrap the band so you can bring your knee up towards your chest, and that should feel quite nice. Now I am leaning back against my chair here, so You have to just adjust the band as what feels good. So I'm going to pull the knee towards my chest. I'm going to push the foot away. I'm going to bring the knee to my chest. So we're going to keep going here. So I'm really making sure that my arms aren't doing the work. They're staying glued in next to my ribs. I'm going to breathe in, bring the knee to my chest, exhale. We're going to keep going. Breathe in. See if you can get that knee any closer. And then really push through the ball of the foot to reach it away. Now just notice what the other leg is doing. Press down in the supporting foot so that the other leg isn't sort of doing whatever it feels like. Easy in the head, neck and shoulders. 2 more. And then you're going to rest that leg. Have a little switch over. Send that leg up. Again, get comfortable on this side. It might be different depending on what's going on in the hip or the knee or the ankle joint. So you adjust as you see fit to be comfortable and get the most out of the movement. So try not to hold any tension in your hand. I'm just saying what I'm feeling myself. Try and be loose and easy in the hands. Keep the shoulders and the arms in and down so they don't get involved. It's working the leg. Push through the foot. Exhale on the push out. Let's do 4 more. Really good for getting into the back of the leg. You can lift that leg up if you want. See if you can lift that up. Feel a stretch in the back of the hamstring. And then rest that down on that side. Ooh. Give the hips a move around, release out a little bit. And then find your band, shoulder width apart, sitting towards the end of the chair, feet flat on the floor. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And we're going to pull the band. Breathe in. And exhale. And we're going to go. Okay, so we're going to keep going with this pattern. What I want you to do, as you pull the band, I want you to then lift up in the body as the arms come to the ceiling, and then keep lifting as the arms lower. Breathe in. Exhale, pull the band, keep lifted. Breathe in and lower. Let's keep going. Now pull the band to wherever feels comfortable, either behind or in front of you. It will just depend on your shoulder range. So don't worry about the position of whether it's behind the head or in front of the head. I want you to think about lengthening through the spine and getting as much range in those shoulders. So I'm alternating between in front and behind. Keep lifting. 2 more, everyone. Here we go. Big breath in. Now pull. As you pull, lift up. Last one. Here we go. And then lower the arms. Hopefully you felt a little bit of something there with the resistance band. Give them a wriggle out. Pop the band back around the ball of the foot. We're going to do the circles. So you send 1 foot forward. You can lean back. I'll let you for this one. Keep the elbows in close to the rib cage. Now you're going to circle that leg. Again, press down on that supporting foot so that the whole body doesn't start getting involved. So you want to square off on one side, and you're making these circles a little bit bigger than a football. It's coming all the way up, all the way down. They're not small and they're not quick. Take your time to get as much juiciness in that hip as is comfortable. And then we're going to rotate it. So the same thing, push into the ball of the foot, reach it out in front of you. Leg is long, leg is easy. You're using the band as support. Let's take 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Then release that. Again, hug that hip, knee in, sorry. Release off in the hip, however you wish. Other side. So just reorganize yourself. Place the ball of the foot into the widest part of the band as possible. So you want to make sure that the band is really flat and wide. Elbows into rib cage. And then start with your circles. Let's just get moving. Pressure down gently into the supporting foot. Rest back into the chair. Really nice to see energy out through the leg. And I'm following the movement with the leg. I'm not sort of daydreaming and wondering what I'm going to have for dinner. I might be wondering what I'm going to have for dinner. But we're going to do 8 more in the other direction. So, 7. Keep pushing out through that supporting leg. 3. We're going to do 2 more. And then release that leg. Give it a little hug in. Release off. Brilliant. Okay, so next on our list, you can use the band for this. You can wrap it behind the back of the chair. But I want you to keep your elbows close to you. So I'm holding onto the side, and I'm going to come to the edge of my chair. So the band is tight. Right, the band is tight and I'm sitting up tall. Now I'm going to roll my shoulders, squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm going to lean forwards. Now I don't want to lift my butt up, right, and move the chair. Keep your butt down, squeeze the shoulder blades. Big breath out as you lean forwards. Inhale, have a minute. Make any little adjustments. Up tall, big breath in. And then as you hinge, keep the elbows in, squeeze the shoulder blades, send the chest forwards. So I'm on this nice long linear line of the spine. I'm not curving. My chest and my eye gaze is looking up. Easy in the neck, and then bring it back. Take a breather. Up you come. Roll and squeeze the shoulders together. Should feel nice. So if you don't want to use the band here, you can hold the back of the chair up and roll the shoulders. You can experiment with both versions. Up you come. 2 more. Big breath in. Here I'm seeing if I can get my arms, as straight as it will allow. You can adjust where you are on the chair to get that ultimate rotation in the shoulders, opening in the chest. Hinge forwards. Let's take 1 more. Big open stretch. With or without the band, up to you, whatever feels better. And then if you've got the band there, if it's still around, you can stay here. And again, I want you to aim the rib cage back, but reach the arms forwards. This is part of an exercise called spine stretch. And then sit up tall. So as the arms reach forward, roll back in the pelvis, aim, like the C curve, aim the ribs back. roll up, bring the arms in. 2 more here. We've done some of these earlier, but now we're adding a bit of resistance. Roll on up. In fact, we're going to do 3 more. So out we go. Drop the head, heavy head, easy in the neck. Again, plant those feet down. Gentle pressure into the feet. Roll back, send the ribs back. Reach the hands forwards. I've lost count. How many more? 2? We're going to do 2. And then bring yourself up. We've got 1 more to do. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of work. Big breath. Use your breath. Come on up. And then you can have a little rest. How are you doing? All right, I hope. You can lose the band, and we're just going to take just a gentle glute stretch here. So we'll go on the angle, actually, which is the best angle. You can cross, if you can, you cross that ankle over the knee. And all I want you to do is just hinge. You should feel it. I can feel it already. Right? You can always press down gently on the inner side of that leg. Hopefully you can feel a good stretch. If this isn't available, you can take the leg further down. You can rotate into the stretch here. I'm holding onto the back of the chair for support to get that 2-way pull. I'm feeling it here in my glute, in my butt muscle. Come on out and let's swap on sides. So change the leg. I'll swing around. So the ankle's just on the top of the thigh, lean forwards. Take a few big breaths to just soften over. Again, if you can drop the head, you'll actually feel the stretch a lot more, which you might want or you might not. But dropping the head, because the weight of the head's so heavy, will increase the load into the butt muscle. If that's not available, again, you're just crossing somewhere along the shin where you can get into a position. Again, you could hold the ankle, you can rotate in, find where you can reach that back glute, the back butt muscle. It's a very, very tight muscle. Couple of big breaths wherever you are, and then roll on up. Bring yourself back to center, and let's take a big breath in. A big stretch wide to the side. 2 more. We could actually scoop down. Exhale. 1 more. Swoop the floor if you can. Lift the chest to the ceiling. Couple of shoulder rolls. And then take a very well-earned rest. Thank you for